So I would agree with you that them having a nuclear weapon is bad.
Yeah.
I actually agree with you.
I will say that you keep arguing like on their perspective. If I was Iran, I would be barreling towards a nuclear weapon. So I understand their perspective.
Yeah.
Ever since Syria fell, I think that was a huge signal to Iran where it's like, okay, well, fuck. Especially because, and I'm not a fan of anything happening right now, but like Trump did them kind of dirty because I'm pretty sure that attack from Israel came it was like 2 or 1 day after the
it was right
60-day
before
negotiations.
they hit him on like a Thursday or Friday. It was supposed to be Sunday. Yeah.
And it was like the problem
Really
is
bad
that,
diplomacy.
yeah, but I don't even know if this country does diplomacy right now. I don't know. We're 90 days, 90 trade deals. We have 0 so far. With like everything foreign affairs wise is fucked. So
yeah,
I think that Iran has every incentive right now to continue towards.
And I think we push them that way because I agree with you that them having a nuclear weapon is bad. But I think like we had the ability to have control of it and have them,
but we don't have the leadership right now.
we
But the one thing that we have to counterbalance is like, so I fully believe that Israeli and U.S. interest is aligned in a lot of ways. I know you might not agree with that, but
they are in many ways.
They are in many ways, but Israel also has interests that are
but they
absolutely
need far more aggressive.
Yes, they're not aligned with the United States. So, for instance, the United States, regardless of what any retard says, the United States does not want regime change in Iran. Israel absolutely wants regime change in Iran.
I think they would be okay with it, but they're not willing to put boots on the ground to effectuate
we would be okay with it insofar as like maybe because Israel wants it, but the reality is like a collapse in Iran could lead to all sorts of catastrophic. It could lead over into Iraq, into Afghanistan,
too. And I would argue the base, like saying like no fucking wars, like that. I think that stalled his like decision making. Like, oh man, I need more time. I think he would have been way more into this conflict if the base didn't rebel so bad. Because that was
because Israel is full steam ahead on that. If the U.S. is like regime change, Israel's like we've already got like 5,000 Mossad in place.
Well,
to give us a signal.
That's why Mike Waltz got fired because he wanted to have a plan where they literally put boots on the ground and they were going to send special forces into these nuclear facilities and really like try to get shit going.
Sure.
So but yeah. So I think it was a failure on my end. I think from a U.S.-Israeli position, it was a failure because our goal was like we don't want them to have nuclear weapons. We emboldened them and we nationalized them where they're patriots.
At the very least, we push them off it, right? Let's say do you think that the world is a better place if Iran starts to have nuclear weapons in a month or in 2 weeks?
No, it'll create problems. But I'm arguing my position isn't that them having nukes is bad. I think them having
isn't that having nukes in like if having nukes in 2 weeks would be really bad? Isn't pushing it like 6 months? Isn't that? Well, I know we did in the past, but now we have to work with what we have now.
Yeah.
Do you think them having nukes in 2 weeks is better than them having nukes maybe 6 to 12 months from now?
I think they can get them faster.
Well, I mean, a lot of their stockpiles have been blown up. A lot of their centrifuges have been blown up. Like, it's going to be...
a lot of the uranium got out. Multiple reputable sources are saying around 400 kilos was snuck out. I would not be surprised if they didn't have other clandestine operations going on, knowing that they were going to get hit. I mean, their 3 main nuclear facilities, the whole world knew about it. I would be shocked if they didn't have other places.
I'd be more shocked if they were to hide them from all the infiltrated Mossad in their country. I feel like Israel would have known and told us.
Well, they just busted another ring today.
Sure.
The IRGC busted another ring today. So, again, my thing is, I think our bad foreign policy has kind of led us down this road where it's like now they're saying death to America.
The worst options.
Let's go ahead and get nuclear weapons. Like we could have totally avoided this if we didn't have the nefarious influence of Israel saying we don't want a nuclear deal because they're going to build nuclear weapons anyway. It's the real reason is that Israel wants regime change and they want to be the hegemony.
Sure, but I would say the fault there is Trump because Israel didn't want the nuclear deal signed under Obama. So I mean, like,
I would agree with you. I think him pulling out of the nuclear deal because of Israeli lobby pressure was a big fucking mistake. Huge. But like I think. From our perspective, I think it was an L. I know you're saying, hey, we pushed it back. I think if anything, if we did push them back, their resolve is now they're definitely going to get a nuclear weapon. And we've just made everything worse for everybody in the region.
Okay. I think that's
my position on it.
You two agree on a lot, it sounds like.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I still think we should cut. Do you think we should give aid to them?
Israel?
Yeah.
Yeah, to everybody in the region. I think it's a good region to be friendly with. And I would hate to see that region fall to somebody else's influence, especially when something has happened in the past several years where it feels like a lot of our enemies are having issues. Like I think Russia's running into a significant amount of issues. Watching Syria fall is good for the U.S. technically. So I mean, like I think that
I honestly think if we cultivated Saudi Arabia, they'd be a better ally than Israel.
In all my historical reading and in all my current understanding of Saudi Arabia, I don't even know what Saudi Arabia does or like, well, like they have like a military supposedly, but like I don't know what they do. They've been
I'll give you real quick.
Fuck all. They have like I don't know.
Sure, I'll give you my position.
War between Israel and the countries is like Saudi Arabia sends like 3.5 tanks and like 1 jet.
Yeah,
sometimes we'll fly and land in Egypt.
They basically have a weak military, but like we give them all their protection. But my position is. If we had cultivated our relationship with Saudi Arabia versus Israel, Saudi Arabia from a religious perspective, right? Mecca, Medina, very religious. Like they're kind of the leaders. That's why like them coming into the Abraham Accords would have created so many problems. It's actually one of the chief reasons why Hamas attacked because Hamas knew if Saudi Arabia comes into the Abraham Accords, that's like the leader of the Muslim world. So it would have the Palestine question would have been answered. So that actually prompted it. So I think if we had cultivated that relationship, we would have been better off.
I mean, we have cultivated. We have a good relationship with Saudi Arabia. We've had for like 20 years, right? I think that the issue with the Abraham
without Israel
was more without Israel.
Yeah, because I think Israel's been putting a lot of it's created a lot of diplomatic problems for us all across. And then like with what's going on in Gaza just makes us look worse in the international scene, right? And it's like we deal with all their problems, all their blowback because we're the ones funding them. So all the bad shit that they do, we have to eat it. And even when we tell them, hey, Netanyahu, don't do that, he does it anyway.
We definitely have an issue. Yeah. You need a leader with a lot of vision to solve the Palestinian issue with Israel. And I think the big reason for the Abraham Accords, why Hamas was emboldened after that, is because Trump basically furthered the Netanyahu goal of saying, fuck dealing with the Palestinians. We're just going to keep pushing it off to the side. I think was a big thing.
Yeah, and they couldn't afford for Saudi Arabia to come in without answering that question, because that would have been they would have been cooked. Yeah. Now again, like obviously what went down on October 7th was horrible, but I do think it's very important to understand like why things happen and why bad foreign policy leads to these issues. And I think the only way that we're going to get peace in the Middle East, because okay, let's say Iran falls, there's going to be a new insurgent group, there's going to be more terrorists, they're going to come in. Until the Palestinians have a state, we're always going to have problems in that area. And with Netanyahu, he doesn't want a two-state solution. We know that he's destroyed the Oslo Accords on multiple occasions. He doesn't want them to have a state. So until we get one,
it's the thing about Israel is like the people are realistic. Like you can compel him, you could force him to do things, but you have to have a U.S. leader that's actually on board with.
Well, the way we'd have to do it is we'd have to literally make their aid contingent upon them playing nice with the Palestinians.
Yeah,
but they would never do that. That's the problem.
That's why you need a leader to do it, right? Yeah.
See, if we weren't controlled, and I know you disagree with me on this, like if our foreign policy wasn't run by them, and we didn't have such Zionist control of American foreign policy, we'd be able to do it. Where it'd be like, look, you guys got to make peace with these guys, otherwise you're not getting aid anymore. But since we continue to give them weapons, they continue to have influence, they control our politicians, they have no incentive to make peace.
If they have so much control over us, then why did Obama sign that nuclear deal in the first place? So,
well, good question. So he signed it, but he got heavily criticized. Netanyahu came here, shit on him, like in front of our own government, and he's the only other world leader that could do it. And then as soon as Obama got out, he lobbied, and Trump took it out. They put Iran on. That's another thing too. Like we put the IRGC on the terrorist watch list, the foreign terrorist list in 2019. Mike Pompeo. That created problems because then we put heavy sanctions on them. Like we had every ability to play nice with Iran and do diplomacy, but we fucked it up. And I would
Israel doesn't have. I mean, like. It's not, well, I guess we disagree. Because I was going to say, like, Israel can't make Trump, like, be their bitch. Like, I don't think that they don't have that influence. They don't have the economy.
I think they do,
Okay. Yeah,
I think he is beholden to the Israeli lobby, and it really pisses me off because, like, the Adelsons gave him all this money. I mean,
but he doesn't need it. The guy's he had Elon Musk, the richest guy in the world. Like, this guy could have literally gotten fundraised from anywhere in the world, and it would have been okay.
So the reason why he needed the money, because he was facing all the legal cases, so he needed the money to run.
Yeah, and he's got Trump coin and Melania coin. He doesn't need. I mean,
that was after.
I mean, he's got a fuck ton of money from that, right? He's got a lot of money from that. Legal cases aren't tens or hundreds.
Yeah, but he already won at that point. I'm talking about
his
before. I'm talking about before. Obviously, he had like 4 criminal cases.
Criminal cases. That's what I mean. Like
Hey, they get expensive. They get expensive.
Yeah, but I don't think he needed the Israeli money for that. I think that this guy was the most popular politician in U.S. history. This guy got fundraised from $1 million.
Myron is just one.
Sure.
Like there's a bunch of other donors that we don't know about that give him money, that aren't under AIPAC, that we don't know about. That and then look, he got the tech bros in, Peter Thiel, Alice Karp, all these guys, the Palantir guys. These guys are like lifelong progressive Democrats. They all got under Trump bandwagon. Why? Because of Israel.
Because they were triggered by the woke shit.
Bill Ackman, all these guys.
Triggered by the woke shit.
Dude, no.
Do you think Elon Musk was controlled by Israel? Like this guy joined Trump, he bought X for Trump, and
he's
literally
thinking about it.
Well, no. So what I will say is that when he got X, right, and he started getting hit on, when he bought X, and then like people were like, they were taking a free speech crazy, and people were being, critical of Israel and talking about all these different things.
Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.